Welcome to PiSeas Tarot, and I am your host, Mimi Lightseer. Your business is my business. Today, we will dive into your business with a timeless relationship reading, which means it could be platonic, professional, or romantic. In this session, we will explore the overall energy of your reading, obtain cosmic insights to identify the topics, spill the tea on the energies involved, uncover the positives and the negatives while revealing the lessons that you need to learn, and suggest actions for healings and the best possible outcomes. Remember, this is a general reading, and you have found it when this message is needed. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. Remember, I am LGBTQ plus friendly, using pronouns for storytelling purposes. Lastly, please like, rate, subscribe, and comment. Let me know how this message is connecting with you. And without further ado, let's get into your business. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome to PiSeas Tarot, everybody. I am your host. I am Mimi Lightseer, and over here at PiSeas Tarot, your business is my business. And ooh, child, we are about to get into somebody's business. Listen, good morning to all of my guppies, my friends on the graveyard shift. Good evening to our international family. What's up to all of my folks watching behind the scenes on TikTok this morning? If you are new to the PiSeas Tarot experience, go ahead and put a star in the chat. If you are a returning guppy, go ahead and put a fish in the chat. We love to recognize all of our company. Listen, when I tell y'all I've been up since 1 a.m. this morning, I went to bed with this earworm. I woke up with this earworm, okay? It has been in my head ringing for the past 24 hours approximately, okay? But we'll get into that here in a second. Today's agenda consists of an overall energy cleanse, which is a brief meditation and sound bowl cleansing, followed by some divine insights, which is a divine download and earworm. But today we got an earworm, okay? We have a energy reading, which includes some insights and observations, followed by an overall tarot card reading, which will give you confirmations of everything that I've told you in this reading up until that point, and then close out with some final thoughts. All right. So good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We do have some goals here today. So if we do hit those gift goals and those super chat goals and all of that stuff, I will do free personal readings on Friday. Okay. That's what we are. All right. So if we hit the goal, by the time today's show wraps, I will commit to being here on Friday afternoon, evening, and doing free personal readings. Okay. Now, before we get into this, if y'all ready to get into this reading, I need y'all to go ahead and find those scrub brushes. Go ahead and find those scrub brushes, because baby, it is time for us to cleanse up this energy. Listen, some of y'all been up all night. Y'all been working, tussling. Some of y'all been tossing and turning and can't sleep. We ain't gonna point. Some of y'all also just waking up and getting ready to get your day started. So what better way to do that by cleansing up your energy and getting ready to do this? All right. So if y'all ready to get into this reading, find those scrub brushes, those brooms, mops, vacuums, whatever cleaning emojis you can find, and drop them in the chat, because it is time for us to clean up our energy, y'all. All right, here we go. Before we move forward, let's take a minute to level set and ground ourselves. And a simple way of doing that is by cleaning our energy through breath work and sound. So what we're going to do is we're going to take in a couple of deep breaths. We're going to hold it for a couple of seconds and release it very slowly. With each inhale, we want to be able to invite clarity and balance. And with each exhale, we definitely want to release any tension or distractions. Okay, we're going to do this 3 times. All right, here we go. Isn't it intoxicating, y'all? All right, now we're going to clear up any stagnant energy and just reset and come one into alignment with presence. We got our girl Boo Boo over here that's going to help us with that. All right, here we go. I love it. Divine Spirit, I call upon you and ask for your guidance and your wisdom during this reading. Please surround me with your light and your love. Help me to receive clear and accurate messages. May this reading bring insight, clarity, and understanding for the highest good of all of those involved and for the harm of none. Let this message resonate with the people who are here currently and with the people who will be here in the future. Amen, 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 and amen. All right, y'all, if y'all ready to get into this fun, interactive experience, your engagement and your participation is always greatly appreciated. Most of all, it's important to remember that this is a safe space. So your honesty, your engagement, your feedback, all of that is greatly appreciated, okay? We've all been a fool in love before, and today may just be your turn. Okay, so trust me when I tell you there is absolutely, positively, undeniably, and unequivocally no judgment here. All right, so if y'all ready to get into this fun, interactive reading and prepare for a dynamic time, go ahead and put those cooking emojis in the chat. Go ahead and put those cooking emojis in the chat because, baby, I promise you I'm about to cook. I promise you I'm about to go somewhere. I promise it's going to be well worth the wait. All right. So if you are ready to get into this, let's go ahead and tune in to the insight session. Here we go. All right, so each day before I take time to do a reading, right, I always take time to reflect upon the immediate energies of what Spirit is showing me and talking to me and just, indicating to me, right, because I know it has something to do with the reading. So I'm going to be honest, I have a little confession to make, and I'm honest. I'm always honest, but I'm exceptionally honest. So I ran into an ex-boyfriend of mine. And I was not expecting it. I'm pretty sure that person saw me, but I definitely saw them. And I didn't say nothing to that person, right? And so it was interesting because I was thinking to myself, like, how sad is this? Like, we could be so happy by now. We could be just rocking out, doing this thing called life together. But for whatever reason, you felt like this was not in line with what you wanted at that time, or it was beyond the pale of what you can give. I don't know what the reason was. People don't like to give closure. I tried again to have this last conversation with this individual, didn't get the response that I was looking for. So I said, you know what, at this point, a no answer is an answer, right? Now, what is interesting about all of this is that my hands are cold, y'all, sorry. What's interesting about all of this is that for some reason, in the last 3 days, possibly since this interaction, I have been hearing Beyoncé's song, 2 Hands. Now, this has been an earworm for us before. The song is Two Hands to Heaven. It's the longest song on the Cowboy Carter album. But the part that I am specifically referencing, and this whole week, all the readings have been coming up talking about the importance of surrendering, self-love, and choosing yourself. So those are not projections from like my personal life. As you've been watching and going through the readings, you guys know that is the messaging that has been coming out, right? But for this night, I have been up since 1 a.m. this morning. Like I said, I went to bed and I woke up and the song is still playing in my head, okay? So the part of the song that I'm hearing is, this the real you? Ooh. This the real me? Ooh. They can't do nothing but envy. Bliss, please. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Your love runs through me like lava. Pull my fit over these hips. You grip, I grind. Then taste this wine. I'ma taste what's mine. Cause I'ma take what's mine. Whatever, whenever is fine. Like water. Oh, wherever you want to go, that's fine with me. I'll never stop you. You'll never stop me from being whatever we need to be. And so the song goes on, but this is the part that's most interesting. She says, in these dark times, I'm so glad that this love is blinding, because all I see is the best of you, and all you see is the best of me, and you bring out the best of me, and all I see is everything, your goals, your glow, your inner being, and our bigger meaning. I said, well, I know darn well that the devil is a lie if you over here thinking that song applies to you But then if I realistically think about it, it's a beautiful song, right? And remember, the first thing I said was that it's such a shame that when I saw this person, all I can do was just give them grace. Like, I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel any negativity. I didn't harbor any negative emotions. I mean, yeah, there's always going to be some anger, right? There's always going to be some form of resistance there, right? Because I don't like the way that things had ended. But if you look at the song holistically, the song Two Hands to Heaven is about surrendering, still being full of gratitude, being appreciative, the art of letting go and celebrating what is. Okay? And if you ask different people what the song means, different people are going to tell you different things. But when you just visualize what she's saying, she said, two hands to heaven, my hands up high. You know, of course, she's talking about whiskey being in her glass. So you're coping. You're coping with something that didn't work out favorably. And if you listen to the words, she goes on to talk about what it feels like to be betrayed, right? So the best way that I have heard this song being translated, and I'm going to open up a new window here because it's important that I say this. What is the song? Two Hands to Heaven about? Okay. Because I saw this earlier and of course I can't find it now. Somebody gave a synopsis, but the way that they basically paraphrased it was utilizing that approach. Okay. So it's about the art of surrender and it's about the art of letting go. It's about being able to be happy. Okay. Be happy. I still can't find it fast enough. So nevertheless, on your own time, go back and listen to that song, because if you really listen to it, yes, it's talking about being disappointed. Yes, it's talking about being hurt. It's talking about experiencing judgment and knowing that you've been stabbed in the back. Your heart has been pierced, but also realizing that when it's time to let go. Okay. And it's like, you know what? I still see the beauty in you. And I mean, that's still true for me. You know, now I'm not going to say I want this person back, but I still see the beauty in them. So my question now then becomes, who is this about? Whose business is this? Because I know it ain't just mine. Okay. So if y'all ready to get into this energy reading, I need y'all to go ahead and find those tea kettles. Go ahead and find those tea kettles. Because baby, I want to know more information. We've been talking about it all week. That's what's crazy. Who is celebrating the art of surrendering, the art of letting go, the self-love, understanding and acknowledging that you've been betrayed, that you've been hurt, that you might have felt like you failed, but then also like, you know what, I'm just gonna let this go and go live my best life and do me. All right. So if y'all ready to get into this, go ahead and drop those tea kettles right now. Go ahead and drop those tea kettles, because baby, it is time for us to get into this. Here we go. All right, y'all. So it's important to understand that when thinking about energy and understanding it, it's important to know that the universe speaks to us in an abundant of ways. So sometimes it's through numbers, sometimes it's through synchronicities, things that you may consider as being coincidental. But the point is, the universe is always speaking to us, right? So the overall energy reading for today. Oh, okay. Well, that came flying out. The Rose's Kiss. The Rose's Kiss. Now, what's interesting about this card is that in the song Two Hands to Heaven, Beyoncé references the roses. Let me go back to the lyrics. She talks about that when she says, lovely daggers pierced my heart many moons ago. Toxic roses chased by wolves and carnivores. Lost virgins with broken wings that will regrow. Okay. When you look at this, you see how the rose color is changing? Like it's not one solid color. You know, it's almost like it's dying. It's almost like, I mean, it's very interesting, right? You have a yellow leaf here, which represents friendship. You obviously have the redness here, which represents love. But then when you think about purple and blue roses, that's a rose that's dying, right? Even look at the quality of like the leaves here, right? And so you have a ladybug here that represents good luck, but you notice that this is the only rose on this whole bush that's full of thorns. Okay, so that statement right there that I just read from the song does point back to where she's acknowledging that she's been hurt. She goes, this is the piece of the song. She says, 10,000 steps towards the time of your life. 2 hands to heaven, my whiskey up high. Again, understanding that you got to push forward. You got to push through. Yes, you've been hurt. Yes, you've been disappointed. Toxic. People that you trust betray you. People that you love let you down. You got to keep going. You better drink something. You better drink to that and keep going. And it's crazy because as you listen, I mean, like the song is very complex. Like I said, it's the longest song on the album. It's very complex. I have so many questions about the lyricists, whoever wrote that song, whether it be Beyoncé or somebody else. Like, what is that really about? I would like to hear from your perspective what this is really about. Okay? Because I just feel like I'm making something up here, just trying to tell you what it's about, what I think it's about. But the song ends where she's talking about how she waited her whole life for you and I. You know, like that's the end of the song. Baby, I've waited my whole life. So imagine, because I know y'all been there before, because this is how I felt. I waited my whole life to meet this person that I have this strong, intense connection with. This person who makes my soul speak, who set my soul on fire. I can think something and they say it. I'm saying something, they're thinking it. You know, it's this intense connection, definitely a twin flame. Okay. But imagine feeling disappointed and let down with that connection. And it's like, I waited my whole life for this. And this is how the story ends. I run into you. I see you. I know you seen me. And then we're going to act like nothing happened. We're going to act like, you know, this didn't happen. We just going to live our lives like we never met each other before. Like we never had this connection. Or you just going to let me feel like I made this up in my mind. Okay? I mean, y'all got to tell me. Tell me. If you've ever been there before, just put your little church finger up in the chat and just be like, I've been there before. Put your little church finger up and said, I've been there before. Because I know I ain't been in situations like this before by myself. All right? So, anyway, let's move on. What is the truth that we need to hear for our journey today? What is the truth that we need to hear for our journey today? Because I know I ain't been, listen. I know I ain't the only one, okay? So what is the truth that we need to hear for our journey today? What is the truth that we need to hear for our journey today? Grief. Okay? Grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. How ironic, y'all. Okay? How ironic. Didn't I just say that that is exactly what this song is about? If y'all just heard me say that, I need y'all to put y'all ears in a chat. Because I literally just said that this song talks about being in love with somebody, but also acknowledging that you have to let go sometimes and let God. What do you do when you've been hurt? What do you do when you've been disappointed? What do you do when your heart has been broken and bruised and you're confused? All you can do is drink to that and just put your hands up and surrender. Let go and let God. Like, what do you do when everything that you've wanted to have happen, you waited your whole life for this very moment, and this mother trucker want to leave you just high, dry, and just low, and just feeling less than and feeling inadequate? Like, what do you do? Y'all act like y'all ain't been in love before. Y'all quiet this morning. Y'all act like y'all ain't never had a feeling for somebody and you don't understand when things go wayward and you feel stuck. Like, I be doing y'all readings every day, so I know y'all been there before. Okay? So my point is what do you do when you gotta surrender and you gotta let go? All right? So what is the guise of the hidden realms? Now, let me say something about grief. There are about 10, if I'm not mistaken, I'm estimating. There are about 10 different types of grief. And when you ghost people, that's called ambiguous grief. So for those of y'all who like to ghost people and not give closure, that causes extreme grief, okay? That can also hurt other people, you know, worse than what, you know, whatever your truth is. So just say it. Just say what you got to say, right? Now, another chance to be. Reclamation, second chances, rebirth, and emotional healing. Now, I know the devil is a lie.
Denied.
Y'all not finna tell me. I know this ain't about me. I swear, if I pull these cards and this is a forecasting of what is to come for me, I am leaving and I'm never coming back. Now, this thing says another chance to be. Reclamation, second chances, rebirth, and emotional healing, y'all. Okay? Now, I told y'all the song is a long song and it's talking about that. And it goes back to that excitement of her saying, you know, I've waited my whole life for this. I've waited my whole life. This is what your love does to me. Your love excites me. Your love invigorates me. Your love gives me everything that I need. Like, y'all really got to listen to the song. I wish I could play it for you. I'll play it after the show so y'all can hear it if you've never heard it before. But if you listen to the Cowboy Carter album, you have heard it before. All right. So what is the undercurrent here? Okay. What is the undercurrent here? Somebody got a rose kiss. Somebody is dealing with grief, but it's another chance to be. What is this about? Sea sponges. Find the courage to explore the unknown and let curiosity lead you through life's passages. Okay. Now, one thing I will tell you, when you talk about grief and you talk about being ghosted and you talk about not knowing what things mean, when someone abruptly terminates a relationship and they keep you in the dark about it, right? You have to come to a level of acceptance and knowing you may not know the answers. You may not ever get the answers. So if you're looking for answers, what do you do with that? What do you do with that? If you've been waiting for clarity and understanding all this time, only to be left with resistance, only to be left with more questions. I mean, you can just be as simple as possible. You could be like, I'm not going to get mad. I'm going to be delicate. I'm going to be gentle. I'm going to be understanding. You could do all of these different things. And then they still play dumb and gaslight you. We talked about that on The Bachelor just this week. Latia was dumbfounded when she didn't receive the proposal. And when she went to Grant and she confronted Grant about all the things he told her in those personal conversations, he sat there and looked like she was speaking Chinese. She said, when did that change?
I want you to answer my question.
And he was like, looking at her like,
Damn.
okay. You know, so it happens, right? It happens. It happens to us more often than it should, right? So what do? All you can do in that instance is surrender and have a glass of whiskey to that and go for the time of your life and go on a cross-country joyride, a road trip. Love yourself. Go get some piercings. Go get a tattoo. Do some paintings. Like, it's mind-boggling what you have to do to stable your mind so that you're not crying your eyes out, that you're not seeping into depression, that you're not closing yourself off and hardening your heart. When you go through heartbreak that is so severe and you don't have any answers, what do you do with that pain? What can you do with that pain? Y'all act like y'all ain't never been there before. If you've had your heart broken before, just put a black heart in the chat. All right, how is this showing up for us in our daily lives? How is this showing up for us in our daily lives, Spirit? I mean, it's a beautiful song, but it's a confusing song, okay? Now, attachments, okay? This will be equivalent to the devil card, okay? Attachments. There has definitely been some form of unhealthy attachment to you and this person, okay? They weren't ready. Somebody wasn't ready. It was a whole lot of communication that was being had. A whole lot of love here. It was just a lot. But it was definitely somebody else in this picture, okay? And I'm picking this up by looking at her face. She looks confused. Okay, but look at all the letters on the wall. So there was a lot of attempts to try to communicate, try to get clarity and have understanding, trying to make sense of what you couldn't make sense of. And the hardest thing that you can do in instances like this is walk away from something that you can't make sense of. Understand that you're never going to be able to make sense of what they thought. They are entitled to their thoughts and their feelings and their emotions just like you are and anybody else. And sometimes it's just a miss. Sometimes it's not a connection. But what makes it so upsetting is when you have all this intense feelings and emotions for somebody else, and it's like plugging a plug into the socket expecting for electricity to come out, and it's nothing. You understand? It's nothing there. And they don't even tell you. Like, that's the crazy part. They don't even tell you. They just leave you in the dark. So you over here thinking that everything is all hunky-dory. And next thing you know, it ain't nowhere near like what you thought it was. All right. So what is the Soul Whisper? We got Joy again. This card literally came out yesterday. Okay, this card literally came out yesterday talking about joy. Okay, so this is about you. Okay, again, going back to that moment of surrendering where you recognize that you have to let go and let God. You have to surrender. God is not the author of confusion, but of peace. And I'm going to be honest with you, even though I seen him and he seen me, I had such a peace about myself that I said, I don't even feel nothing. I think it's sad. I think it's disappointing. You know, I think that it was a little disgusting, if I'm being honest, but it's okay. Because I know what God got for me, he got for me. And I know that every good and perfect gift comes from God. And if it was good enough for me, it will be given to me. And I have to look at it and reframe it in a way to where I understand that the reason why it didn't work out is because it wasn't good. Okay. It just simply put wasn't good. It wasn't good. Okay. It wasn't good.
Wasn't good.
Wasn't good. All right. So Joy, when I went to school, they asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. I wrote down happy. They told me I didn't understand the assignment, and I told them that they didn't understand life. Okay? Now, some of y'all gonna have to replay that in your head. Go ahead, because I'm telling you, that's always a word. Happiness. Okay? Happiness can mean various things to different people. Some people feel like they will experience happiness when they own the house of their dreams. Others feel like they will be happy when they find the perfect job. It is easy to lose sight of the fact that happiness is something that comes from the inside. Possessions or jobs can make you feel happy to a certain degree, but more often than not, if you are unhappy with yourself and who you are, no amount of belonging or possessions will bring you true happiness. Take a little time to find joy in the small pleasures of life. Think about the little things that truly make you feel happy. The colors of a full garden in bloom, the loyalty of a pet, the morning sun upon your face. These are things that cannot be bought, earned, or given. Each one of them is a gift from the universe. What did I just tell y'all? Every good and perfect gift comes from above. Now that's biblical. That's written. Okay? That is biblical and that is written. But to hear it here, that if something is for you, it will be given to you. It will be given to you. All right? Remind yourself that no particular thing can bring you long-term joy, just like a sugar rush, the excitement that will come and go swiftly. Happiness is an inside job, no ifs, ands, or buts. This is about you tapping into your happiness, shining, radiating, and being blissful. This is about you overcoming. Y'all listening? I want y'all to hear this. This is about you overcoming sorrow, grief, mourning, and sadness. That's what this is about. We're talking about overcoming grief, overcoming disappointment, okay? Overcoming the things that have shadowed, the things that have pulled you down into negative spaces and occupied too much of your time and your energy. When I saw that man, I said to myself, now this is a shame. We could have been happy. We could have been in love by now. It's been 3 years. And I'm still just as perplexed today as I was 3 years ago. But the difference is I had to realize if that was a good man, I would have had a good man. It wasn't good. Okay? It wasn't good. Period. All right? So this is about the solar plexus. All right? So the reason why they chose the sun is the sun shines in the sky every day. Sometimes it may be more difficult for you to see, but it is always present. Remember to experience joy, whether the sun shines down upon you or if the clouds cover its sun rays. I want you to write down in the chat. It's time to experience joy. It is time to experience joy. Remember what we talked about in the song, Two Hands to Heaven, the surrendering, the art of letting go. Realizing that you've been hurt, you've been bruised, you've been violated, you disappointed. Guess what? I'm moving on. I've been waiting my whole life for this. And that's too bad that this ain't it. It's time for me to experience joy. It is time to experience joy. All right? So as we start to shift to more personal insights, all right? Please remember to focus on what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. If I'm not exactly talking about you for verbatim, you don't have to announce it. Just keep listening and take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right? Here we go, y'all. It's time to experience joy. Let go. I can't make this up. Let go. Make room for the new beginning on its way to you now. It is time for you to let go. If you've been struggling with grief, it is time for you to let go. Okay? It is time for you to let go.
Get that garbage out of here.
It's time to let go. Now, she said, baby, I've been waiting my whole life for you and I. I mean, like, y'all got to listen to the song. Okay? Y'all got to listen to it. All right, now, let's see. Several cards fell out. What is the, okay. Turn, party animal, sex, drugs, alcohol, surface pleasures, okay? Perhaps this person was not ready for commitment when you came across them. All right, this person has been spending their whole life, which is also that devil energy with the attachments, right? Party animals, sex, drugs, and alcohol, surface pleasures. I want to put an emphasis on surface pleasures. You know, we talk a lot about, sorry y'all, my throat is itching. We talk a lot about low vibrational relationships, right? We talk about how they manifest through forms of insecurity, inadequacy, violation, distrust, loss, overwhelm, you know, rejection, grief. We talk about all of those different things here, right? And I make a point to always point that out because I want you to understand when you are operating in these low vibrational relationships, it's always a suffering associated with that. Because somebody is always attacking and somebody is always on defending themselves. They're on the defense, right? And so how do you ever get to a relationship that's edifying and fulfilling and collaborative and sustaining and progressive if you're always in this low vibrational cycle of nothingness? Okay? Your heart is closed. Your heart is closed. Who's going to do all that work to work through all of that? You got to make the decision for you to be ready. So now when I meet people and they ask me these questions, they're like, oh, well, what happened to your ex? At first they used to be like, I don't know. But now I don't even say that no more because that's just embarrassing. I don't say that at all no more. I used to be like, well, good question.
Embarrassing.
But now when people ask me what happened to your ex, you know what I say? It wasn't my fault he wasn't ready. Okay? It's that simple. It wasn't my fault he wasn't ready. That's a full sentence. I don't need to elaborate. It is what it is. Okay? Oh, Lord. Why does card just fall out? Once you back. Once you back. But y'all notice her back is turned. Okay? Y'all see that tree in the background? This person could also be an earth sign. There have been some type of changes here. Whether that's you changing as a person or it's them changing, but there has been some changes here. Okay? And we already got here another chance to be. So there's another opportunity coming back here. Y'all, listen. Mercury is in retrograde, so is Venus. I'm telling you, I saw that man and I know that man saw me. Okay? I know he did. And I know he started reminiscing on the love we had because I know who I am. And I know you feel stupid because just like I saw you when you saw me and I said, oh, that's such a shame. We could have been in love by now. I know what you was thinking. And let's be clear, it ain't just about the physical. The physical is an added bonus. You got to think about strengths. You got to think about what you bring to the table. Okay? So, yeah, it sound good. It look good. And is, right? But it's so much more to me as a person. And it's so much more to you as a person and what goes on in the boom boom. Now, what lies beneath all of this? A situation is about to explode. It's about to pop off up in flames. Listen, I feel like this person is definitely coming back, and you don't expect this person to come back and want you the way that they want you, but I feel like it's intense. Okay? It's intense. They left you high and dry. And now they got to come forward because not only do they want to come back, but now they got to be able to speak to why they left you the way that they left you.
Survey says.
What you gonna do? I need to put that on a t-shirt. All right. Now, what is the true emotion here? What is the true emotion here? Let's be honest. Do y'all got an ex in y'all past? Y'all most recent past, distant past? Do y'all got an ex in y'all past that you would consider taking back? If you got an ex in your past that you would consider taking back, I want you to put a red heart in the chat. If you don't have none, put a black heart. Because I feel like I don't have none. At this point in my life, I'm like, oh, that's cute.
Child. Anyway, so.
Including him. Including him. Now, the true emotion here is getting readings, okay? So, somebody could be getting readings on you. Okay, somebody could be. I mean, heck, you here right now getting a reading. So, you could be the one getting a reading. Or it could be them. All right, but somebody's getting readings. They want to know more information. When we look into the broken mirror, what do we see? When we look into the broken mirror, what do we see? y'all, when I tell y'all, if this reading turned out to be about me today on this day, I am out of here, okay? 1111, twin flame, runner, chaser. This is about divine timing.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Somebody here could be a fire sign as well, because we have two cards here coming in with fire elements here, okay? Or heavy hot fire placements, all right? Now, I told y'all this song is so complex. And that's where I started out. I was on the fence about whether or not, and I even said that during the pre-show, I'm on the fence about whether or not I should tell y'all about what happened to me. Okay, and I don't know if you heard me when I said it, but I definitely said it. And if you heard me when I said it, I want you to put the ears in the chat because I definitely said it. Okay, and I was like, what does this have to do with their reading? Well, now we know. Okay, you thought this situation was dead. Okay, you or somebody else thought this situation was dead. It's possibly both of y'all thought that this situation was dead. Okay, both of y'all thought that this was over with. Okay, you thought that, I mean, like, you, baby, you thought it was done. Okay, you thought that this situation was so dead, it would never, ever, ever, y'all know how I like to mock my cousin. I would never, ever, 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 ever take you back. Baby, let me be the first to tell you. Let me be the first to tell you that if I'm in your business today, you might as well prepare yourself now because it is making a resurgence, whether you want it to or not.
Round 2.
Let me hold off on this one for a second. Spirit. What is the yin and yang here? What is the influential energy here? Oh my God. Y'all be wanting these love stories. Well, you got one. Here they come. Okay, y'all be wanting it. Here it is. I'm just saying. You gonna answer that call? You gonna take that call? All right. Renewal, spark, new life, fresh starts, rejuvenation, healing after a crisis, sacral chakra. Again, earth energy with a sun here. So somebody could be a earth sign or a fire sign. Prayerfully, respectfully. But then I'm looking at this again and I'm seeing water. So it could... Listen, I ain't got time for this, okay? All right, here we go. What is blocking this situation? Oh, can't get shuffle. What is blocking this situation from growing and thriving? What is blocking this situation from growing and thriving? She said, baby, I've been waiting my whole life for this. Like, I can't see nothing but the beauty in you. Okay? I can't see nothing but the bigger meaning. Remember, I read that to y'all. That's what she said. Hard to get. You are missing opportunities by playing too hard to get. Give somebody the chance. So person A in this is like, yeah, bro, I'm good. I'm good. Been there, done that, got a t-shirt, ain't interested in going back. It did not serve my greatest and my highest good. I don't know what else I can do for you. Like, at this point in time, it's nothing else to you can't come back from that. You know, we spend a lot of time talking about that as well. When things are said and things are done, it's like, yeah, bro, ain't no coming back from this. You thought that you was gonna sit up here and play these games with me, child. Just get on down and leave me alone. Spirit, is there love here in this connection or not? Yes or no? Give me love. Is love here with this connection? Okay. This one came flying out. My love life isn't really a priority in the moment. So this was about priorities, as I said. The first card that came out here. This person was very cold towards you. They were focused on being turned. They were focused on being a party animal, dealing with a lot of sex, drugs, and alcohol, which speaks to those negative devil energies, attachments that we talked about already over here. Okay? Surface pleasures. You were trying to have the conversation with them. You were trying to understand their thoughts, their feelings, and their desires. You was trying to figure out like, okay, do I just need to give you a break? Do I just need to do me? And this person met you with silence. This person chose to shut down. I mean, let's be honest. This person chose to ignore you. They chose to invalidate you. They chose to make you, they chose to gaslight you. Yes, they did. Sure did. They chose to lie. They chose to manipulate. They chose to leave you in Delulu land. They created the fantasy and then they mad because you living in an unreal planet. Tell me, what planet do you live on? Because I would love to live there. You know. Like, what you mean? You put it there. You created this fantasy, and then you wondering why I'm holding you to the fantasy. That's the world you told me to live in, idiot. Spirit, what kind of energy is this person on? Okay, birds. You had a whole lot of people watching, creating anxiety. A lot of people was watching. A lot of people was watching this connection. It could have been other people, okay? Which could also be it might have been other people trying to get readings on you, trying to understand what is going on here, okay? This is craziness. All right, Spirit. Show me something that is very influential or important to this couple. Clues. This person got to be an earth sign, okay? Winding path. Curving trail, twisting route, meandering passage. This person wasn't in no hurry. They wasn't in no hurry at all to come forward. Okay? So if you've been wondering why they ain't came forward, why they ain't told you nothing, why they ain't, because they was taking their sweet and precious time trying to make sure, be certain that this is what they wanted. Oh, baby, whose business is this? I swear, my stomach is getting the tingles. If this fall out with my placement in theirs, I promise you, I'm logging off. All y'all gonna see is this gonna be smoke. This chair gonna be spinning in circles, and I'm gonna be like,
goodbye.
Okay? If y'all ready to get into this reading, I need y'all to go ahead and find those magnifying glasses. Go ahead and find those magnifying glasses, because, baby, it's time for us to zoom in. I wants to know, baby, whose business is this? Whose business is this? Okay? What we talking about here? Who we talking about? Because it's time for us to get into it and figure out what's going on, because it's about to get nasty. I feel it. I feel it. Here we go. All right, y'all. So, whose business is this, Spirit? Yeah. All right. Tell me about person A, Spirit. Person A, person A, person A. Person A is an Ace of Wands. Okay? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Ooh, I made the cut. Even though that's my moon sign. Okay? Maybe not. All right, here we go. If you or your person is a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, a fire sign, can you go ahead and put a fire sign in the chat? If you or your person is a fire sign, go ahead and put a fire sign in the chat at this time. This is about a new project, inspiration, urge to create, willpower, desire, potential beginnings, new opportunities, and growth. I know y'all ain't listening to me today. Y'all over here like,
a bullshit, a bullshit, a bullshit, a bullshit.
but I'm also telling you, we got a lot of sun, fire energy here, as well as this joy with this sun on here. Okay. Now, person B. Okay. I can't make this up, y'all. Person B is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, which is like 50% my business. So this could be about me. I don't know. Anyway, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If you or your person is a earth sign, as I said, earth sign energies here, go ahead and put a earth in the chat. Okay, I want you to put an earth in the chat. This is about the Three of Pentacles. This is teamwork, collaboration, learning, building something, and implementation. Okay, implementation. Child, the tea is hot. Okay, the tea is hot. If you or your person is a fire or a earth sign, sun, moon, Venus, and rising, go ahead and put that in the chat right now, because baby, it is time for us to get into this reading. If y'all just listening and wanting to be nosy, go ahead and put those magnifying glasses with those coffee cups, tea kettles, drinks. Some of y'all drinking right now. Some of y'all got some water, whatever it is. Whoever it is, go ahead and drop those emojis down in the chat. Let's get ready to get into this business, because baby, I am invested. I got to know who is surrendering, walking away, and letting go, saying, you know what, I come to the realization that you played me, but I still love you. All right, here we go. All right, so again, remember to take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. Okay, but this definitely feels like this is a relationship that is very emotional. We already got twin flame, runner chaser dynamic present, so we already know that this is a spiritual connection. Okay, we already know. This person got the appeal. I don't care what you say. I don't give a what you say. This person got that ability that if they even breathe in your ear the right way, you're going to be like, ooh. Just saying. Let's tell the truth and shame the devil, okay? If you came to get lied to, I'm not your reader. If you came to get lied to, baby, I'm not her. Okay, I'm not them. All right, here we go. Spirit, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aries, Leo. Siri, nobody talking to you. Siri. Hey, Siri, stop. Nobody talking to you. Well, anyway, going back to what I said. Person A, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, let's have a moment of silence. Because right now, unbeknownst to you, you are about to experience, if you're not experiencing already, a full-fledged tower moment. Okay? You do not see this coming. You do not see this coming at all. This is major arcana. Okay? So to start out your reading with the Tower card here, as well as your foundational energy being in this Ace of Wands, this tells me that you did not see this coming. Okay, you did not see this coming at all. This is something that caught you off guard. This came out of thin air. Okay, similarly to how I told you, I saw him and I know he saw me. I wasn't expecting to see that man. I absolutely positively was not. And out of nowhere, here it goes. Okay? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. This is something that you were not expecting. If you have not heard from this person, prepare yourself to hear from this person. Okay? Again, the Venus and Mercury retrograde in junction with the two eclipses. We had an eclipse earlier this month. We're going to have another eclipse on the 29th. Okay? This energy, if you haven't felt it, is so intense. Okay? We have a lot of Aries energy right now. Right now, as you know, it's Aries season. Mercury and Venus are also in Aries, as well as Chiron is also in Aries. Okay, so we have a lot of fire energy. Okay, a lot of fire energy going on right now, which tells me that somebody is getting the urge. Now, granted, you are a water sign. Okay, I'm sorry, you are a fire sign yourself. I don't know why I said water. You are a fire sign yourself. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you is not only are you feeling things in your energy, but this person has possibly been also feeling with this energy. Okay, but when I tell you that this is something that you did not see coming, and when I tell you it is going to catch you off guard, and you are going to be so bewildered by the way that they come at you, because it's not going to be the conventional way. You can be like, but Mimi, I blocked him. Okay, block him. Block him. Okay, go ahead and block him, right? You can do whatever you want to do, right? You can block him, you can hate him, you can do whatever you want to do, okay? But the reality is, at the end of the day, they're going to find a way to get to you, because when somebody want to talk to you, they're going to talk to you. And when somebody want to get to you, they're going to get to you. I don't care if they got to send a letter by pigeon mail. I don't care if they sending flowers to your job. I don't care if they popping up and standing outside in your driveway singing Bending Knee by Boys to Men. They're going to pop up because they want to talk to you, and they're calling you with urgency, okay? They're going to find a way to get to you. I don't care if they got to create a dummy profile and get in your DM. They're going to come and reach out to you. And I don't care if they even have to send an email. They're going to be very creative in how they get to you, because this is urgent, this is emergent, and it ain't no time for them to be playing.
You have got a new text message.
Okay? It is what it is. All right? Now, this earth sign. Oh, and let me add before I move on. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, with major arcana coming in, this tells me that this is a major life influencing energy that is here. Okay? This is major. All right? Now, let me ask you this question. What energy do you think is currently influencing your life the most? Okay? What do you think is influencing this? Do you think it's retrograde? Did they see you? Did you see them? Like, tell me more about what you think may be facilitating this connection with this person. Now, for this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, y'all, I can't make this up, okay? This person realizes that they haven't been happy since you left. Okay, they have not been happy since you left. This is why they're trying to spin the block. This is why they're turning around and looking at you differently. Again, in the beginning, they were not focused on you. They were focused on living their best life, being non-committed, doing what they want to do, when they want to do, how they want to do it. But now that they done been living their life without you for these last couple of months or years, they've been over here just stuck on stupid and parked and dumb. They can't get their foot off the brake and the gas at the same time. And then they wonder why they're not being progressive, wondering why they're not going nowhere. But the reality is they put themselves in this predicament. And now that they're realizing that they have put themselves in this bogus compromising position, they realize that the only way for them to be happy is to be able to come back and open up and articulate and express and communicate what was the impediment or the barrier before that was preventing them from coming up and speaking to you, but not only apologizing for their behaviors and their things, but admitting to you the feelings that you have been trying to get them to come out and to express all this entire time. Baby, you over here looking at the phone like, I know you lying. I know you good and lying. I know you for real lying. I'm telling y'all, some of y'all over here gonna be so baffled when this person come around here talking to you. They trying to get back in your good graces, trying to be cool with you. They trying too hard. Because I promise you, as soon as you even see their name pop up, you're gonna be like, oh no, you lying.
I am sick. I am sick of your shit. And when I'm not sick, I'm tired. I am sick and tired.
Okay, I'm just telling you that this is what it is. This is what it is. And even though the little piece in you, the little person in you that needs to be vindicated, the person who wants that validation, y'all sitting over here, y'all looking at this person like, I knew you wanted me. I knew you always did. Always will, mother trucker. But instead, you decided that you thought that you could go out here and do bad by yourself. Well, leave me alone. Okay? That's what it is. So if you are the person that's aligning with the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, and you feel like you haven't been happy, what do you think has been influencing you to feel this way? Is it that you really tried to go out here and find somebody else and it wasn't what you thought it was? Is it Mercury retrograde playing tricks on you? Like, what's up? I mean, seriously, let's talk about this. I mean, let's be honest. Now, what's favorable about this situation, you may ask? Okay, well, let's find out. What's the best thing that can happen in this situation? All right. What? We got two cards here. All right, I'm going to put so you got, well, initially, okay, this was protection. And it goes back to what we were talking about before. I'm going to keep these cards and read these cards, but I'm going to pull something else for that spot. You didn't understand at the time that when you were being rejected by this person, this was God's protection. Okay? Even though you were hurt, even though you were disappointed, even though it was everything that we talked about in the beginning of this reading, it was very nuanced. It was very complex. It was very hurtful. You were very disappointed. Yes, it was all of those things. It absolutely was. But now that you had time to sit back and to reflect, you decided to persevere through. You decided that you should be a better version of yourself instead of waiting around for this mother trucker to come. Okay? Y'all, I can't make this up. We got the Lovers. We got the Lovers. And the Lovers represents duality, choices, obstacles, difficulties. So every time we talk about the Lovers, people always get the googly eyes. You be like, ooh, I got the Lovers. Yes, that's good and bad at the same damn time. You over here all excited thinking that heaven is coming and shining down on you. Yeah, that's very true. Okay. When you two came together, because we've already acknowledged that this is a twin flame situation, all of heaven was rejoicing the day that y'all met. This person was exactly who you prayed for. It's exactly who you wanted. You knew it and they knew it. I'm telling you, there was no denying the connection here. It absolutely was no denying it. The day y'all got together, all of heaven was rejoicing. Okay? All of heaven was rejoicing. But I feel like it was so intense and so explosive that it was a little bit overwhelming for this person. And it might have been even overwhelming for you too, if you might want to be honest about it. Okay? So let me ask you this. Did you receive any signs from the universe that this was the person for you? Like, did you receive any clues that this was the person for you? But I also feel like, too, what made this compound complex was the fact that this person was simply put, they were not ready. They were not ready for this connection, y'all. They were not ready. It was very complicated. It was very nuanced. Again, you came into their lives. See, person A, this Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you was ready for them. You was ready. But this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn was not. They were still playing the field, trying to keep things surface. They didn't expect for you to show up the way that you did, knocking on their door and beating down their windowsill, trying to get into their heart. I mean, let's be honest. Who was prepared for that? They definitely wasn't. And if we're being honest, because they weren't ready the way that they said they weren't being ready, this is where the disconnect came in. They were full of lies, full of deceit, breadcrumbing you, love bombing you, gaslighting you, manipulating you, full of trickery and full of deceit. So what else was you supposed to do? What's the consequence here? What was problematic about this connection? They were very deceitful. I just said that. They were very deceitful and dishonest. This person was worried about their ships coming in. They possibly still had a third-party person that was in the background that they still had not totally let go of. And I feel like they were possibly just trying to date to try to get themselves out there so that they can try to get this person out of their system. Okay?
Everybody saying now.
But the reality is that it didn't do a service to you or to them. Because they were still holding on to this person from the past that they couldn't see the blessing that was in front of them. So they was about to misappropriate and blow the blessings that God gave them, which was you. That good and perfect gift that we talked about in the beginning. They was about to sacrifice you for somebody else that they don't even really like that for real. Okay? And what made it so bad is they didn't even have the audacity to even tell them they didn't like them like that.
I don't like you. I don't like you at all.
See, that's what happens when you get comfortable and you be trauma bonding with people. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get together with somebody and then y'all just there just to be there because y'all think that quantity and time is better than quality of relationship, and y'all just be settling. And that's what happened in this case. Had the truth not come out, you probably would have still stayed. And the truth didn't come out because they volunteered it. The truth came out because you decided that you deserve better. You came to that point where you said, you know what? I don't think this is me. I don't think that this is serving me. I don't think that this is the love that I want and I truly deserve. Even though it felt good in the moment, even though they could rock your world, even though they could make your head spin around in circles 360, even though they could make steam come out your ears and make you fart glitter, the reality was it was still missing something. And that's what made you really come to the conclusion that something was just not quite right with this connection. And that's what made you start pressing and asking questions and wanting to know more information, start investigating their feelings, start doing what people do. And you started to notice the coincidences. You started to realize the dates and the times that this person was unavailable to you. They got pictures on Instagram doing things that they didn't ask you to participate in. You started to realize how they was cutting you out of your life, out of their life. How you started shifting. They started shifting, how they move. If they used to get off work at 4 o'clock and they call you by 4:15, but they not calling you now to 6:30, 7 o'clock, you started to notice all of that. And you started to be like, I don't understand what is happening here. And it started to set you off. Had you not pay attention and be vigilant, what do you think would have happened? What do you think would happen? Now, what is this trying to teach you? Okay, what is this trying to teach you? I just said the lies were exposed. The lies were exposed. This person had no intentions on ever having a real heart-to-heart conversation with you. This person had no intentions on ever coming forth and telling you anything about them personally. But they fell for you and they invited you in because they couldn't resist you. But the reality is, once you started getting in, they was like, whoa, 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 this is getting way too deep, way too fast. What the hell, what the hell, what the hell? And they pumped the brakes and they started to cut you out. It was abrupt. It was abrasive. It was harsh. And it left you in a fog where you was just like, what just happened? And then you realize that this person had been a fake, a phony, and the fraud the whole entire time. And let's be clear, this person knew when they started trying to backpedal and they started to try to take a step back, they knew then instantly that they was making the worst decision that they possibly could have made.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
But what else could they do? What else could they do? They were overwhelmed. They were disappointed with themselves. And they were not ready to admit the truth. You know, this is one of those classic examples where, and I'm going to assume that this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn is masculine energy and the other person is feminine energy, but take what resonates. It could be inverted, whatever. But what I'm saying is that I'm going to assume that this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn was not ready to admit to themselves that they were still full of stew. Okay? The reality is they were so full of, it didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense at all. So let me ask you this question. What was the life lesson do you feel like this taught you? Did this teach you not to open up so fast to people? Did this teach you to slow down? Because I'm going to tell you with my ex, this taught me never, ever, ever again in life. Ask a man. See, let me tell y'all something. This is what we do as women. When we like somebody, we be like, so what we doing? Like, we've been dating for a while, you know, like, what we doing? And they sit up here and they look at you, they're like, what you mean, what we doing? You know what I'm saying? And you be like, I'm confused about, what are you confused about?
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean? What do I mean by that? Like, what are we doing? See, don't ever initiate this conversation, okay? Because if you find yourself initiating this conversation with a man, let me tell you something. Baby, he don't like you like that.
Uh-oh. Now we're in trouble.
I'm just telling you. So if you having the feelings for somebody, you better keep that to yourself. If he is not bringing this to your attention first, don't you say skit to him about it. Because he don't like you like that. A man who likes you is going to be, number one, intentional, and number two, territorial. So if they want you, they going to make every effort to let you know that they want you. Okay? Period. Now, this person, they knew that about you. They saw that potential in you. They saw that vibe in you. They just wasn't ready. And that was the lie that was exposed. Damn. But what do you need to do to heal? Well, number one, you no longer have any choice. You no longer have a choice in this matter. You are being forced to listen, and they are being forced to speak. This is about emotional matters. They thought they was being slick before. They can't be slick no more. They thought that they can get over on you. They can't get over on you. See, God don't play about his people.
Period.
And if you think that you can get away with being sneaky and manipulative and conniving and deceitful and malicious and callous and absent and irresponsible with other people's hearts, feelings, and emotions, there will come a time in your life, and sometimes that time comes faster than others, but you will be held accountable for what's coming your way. And when it happens, ain't nobody gonna have an ounce of sympathy, empathy, or compassion for you. Because you did it to yourself. It's called karma.
Hey, Stu, you're rich, Stu, motherfucker.
And what you gonna do? It's your time. It's your time. You got to pay the reaper. Okay? It's time to pay the reaper. So while you walking around acting like you can be haphazard and just going through life, life comes at you fast. And when it comes to matters of the heart and the games that you play, you think you're getting over on me, but baby, you're not getting over on God. So you think you slick. Okay.
Who gives a shit?
That's all I'm going to tell you. That's all I'm going to tell you. Now, what you need to do in all of this? Whew. You felt like you had to walk away. You felt like the only way to take back your power, to grow and go and glow and go through all the things that you had to go through, this is where you had to let go. This goes back to the earworm today when we was talking about the two hands to heaven. You felt like the only way that you can get through this situation and overcome this grief, overcome this anxiety, overcome this depression and these negative attachments and feelings and emotions that kept you in this low vibrational state was for you to walk away. You was like, baby, let me tell you something. And it was not easy. It was not easy. You cried many nights. Okay? You cried many nights. You cried many days. You had bags under your eyes for days. You was looking raggedy so bad, you probably aged 10 to 15 years in 3 months. You lost weight, didn't have no appetite. Your edges started falling out. Your indigestion, your heart. I mean, just a whole bunch of stuff. You look at pictures of this fool, you over here looking like,
Ugly, skinny, shit, funny.
Until you finally got to the point to where you could be like, you know what? I'm good. This ain't about me. So let me stop punishing myself for things that I didn't do. I know I gave you the best that I got. You made me raggedy. You drove me crazy. But I did the best that I can do. unfortunately, you had to come to the conclusion that whatever you don't change, you choose. So you had to make a decision to prepare yourself to move on with your life and go on about your business. Because if this person don't want you, somebody else does. It's always going to be somebody out there of greater or equal value. So, you thought you could do bad without me. You thought you was that dude.
A few moments later.
You didn't think somebody was going to let go. You didn't think they was going to be able to move on. You didn't think that you was replaceable. Like, how dare you to think so highly of yourself, to think that you are so significant that can't nobody let you go. That can't nobody move on without you. And did. And did. But now they want to come up popping up on your phone, popping up on your timeline. You done finally got this mother trucker out your system, and here they come. And some of you are over here just like, what do I have to do with this? What do I have to do with this? You over here minding your good business. Getting your money together, getting your house together, redecorating, painting, writing, drawing, tapping back into your creative bag. You've been inspired, working on these new projects. You thought this situation was dead. And here come this mother trucker opening up their whole heart, asking for your forgiveness and your sympathy.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
So what is this about? Why do they want you back after you done let go? Why do they deserve another chance to be? What is the emotional healing and the rebirth? What is all of this about? What is all of this about? Because when you gave this person the opportunity the first time, they wasn't ready. Okay? They weren't ready. They weren't ready. But now that they done got some time to go off and go look around and see what's out there and see all that they can see, be all that they can be, they realize ain't nothing out there in these streets. Ain't nothing out there in these streets. Now they want to come running back because now the girls out here running their wallets dry. Girls got expectations. Girls got requirements. I mean, what did you expect? That's what happens when you date. So now this person is over here looking at their life. And they over here finally realizing that the roster of people that they got don't even work for them. Y'all, I can't make it up. The devil card popped out. This is the second time this done came up. Now they're finally ready to admit that it's time for them to let go of their old ways. They've been over here trying to pretend like they don't see. They created their own barriers. They were resistant to their own growth. Like, how immature can you possibly be? How immature could you possibly be? You was in denial about this connection. And now they want to pop up, pouring out their whole heart to you. And you over here just looking at them like they crazy.
I'm in pain all the time.
And you over here just looking at them like, really now, are you? I mean, let's be clear. When you were saying this to them, they had nothing to offer you. They had nothing to offer you. But now that it's coming from them, they expect for you to have something to say.
You be amazed how often I hear that.
So what you gonna do? What you gonna do? They want to offer you stability. They want to show you growth. They want to show you potential. They want to give you literally the world. They want you to see that they stable. And the more they talk, the more you just looking at them like they crazy.
Child, anyway, so.
But the reality is they are so serious. They are so serious. And it's inconceivable. It absolutely is. Because you over here looking like, what? You can't believe it. It is crazy how they are communicating with you, like pouring out their heart with full emotions. And it's like, where is all of this coming from? It is so confusing to you. Because they never said this to you before. That's how you know they're not lying.
Yeah.
Okay? But they are really, truly telling you the truth.
I've been waiting on this my whole life.
I'm telling you. So you've been waiting on this your whole life. They've been waiting on it their whole life. What does that mean? Well, now this gives you something to hope for. This got you something to look forward to. Okay? And the reality is this is inspiring. Now that y'all are having these heart-to-heart conversations about what their vices are, about what their vices have been, what the disconnect was all about, this is putting you in a position to where you like, really? This is interesting. And I know you are very apprehensive because you ain't trying to fall. You like, you know what? I don't think that I can do this. But the fact that you're even having a conversation with this person got this person happy. They are too excited because you at least are considering it. You understand? You are at least considering it. The fact that you're even responding now that you know that it's them. They are happy. They are so overwhelmed. They don't know what to do. Honestly. In their mind, they're like, oh, I got a chance. Okay? They are so happy. Because it's like, if I could just prove myself, the fact that you are responding says a lot. Okay? Now, there's going to be an energy here. Okay? There is going to be an energy here that you have never seen before. The way that they are coming to you, the way that they're giving to you happiness and joy, the way that they're coming through and they're being so sincere, the way that they're showing up for you, child, you never expected this. This ties back into that joy. They're giving you so much right now. They're giving you not only their time, but their attention, their affection. They're emotionally available. They're astute. Baby, there has been a significant shift in how this person is moving. So my question to you is, what is a mindset shift that you're going to have to go through to accommodate and to adjust? And are you guys even receptive to what they're saying? I'm telling you, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, y'all thought this situation was dead. And you definitely are going to be playing hard to get. Just because they over here saying that they sorry. Look, as I said that, this card was upside down in the deck. They have learned their lesson. They have absolutely positively learned their lesson. This was a hard lesson for them to learn. And they also are realizing that they put themselves in that predicament. I already said that already, but they are now realizing that they put themselves in a predicament. They put themselves in a bad predicament, y'all. They know that. But now they're facing their shadows. Okay, now they're facing their shadows. Now they're realizing that I no longer can continue to live my life like this. I want to be married. I want partnership. I want to grow. I'm tired of learning these lessons. Okay, I'm tired of learning these lessons. I'm tired of going through this. So I'm telling you, it's very, very, very interesting because a lot of y'all are sitting over here looking at them like, what world did I just wake up in? Because you didn't see this coming. I told y'all this in the beginning. You did not expect for this to happen. This has totally caught you off guard. But I'm telling you that even though you apprehensive, even though it don't make sense, everything this person says and does to you, you over here looking like,
That's suspicious. That's weird.
yeah, it's true. It's true. It is very suspicious. It is very weird. It doesn't make a lick of sense. Not at all.
The lie detector test determined you are telling the truth.
They're telling the truth. And it's because it's really about divine timing. It wasn't time. Y'all came together initially for the purpose of solely meeting. For the purpose of establishing the initial foundation that was going to crumble, had to be rebuilt again. But the point is, even the beginning had a purpose. It had a purpose. You don't want to admit it. You didn't want to see it. You don't want to believe it. I get it. I get it. But the reality is, the way that this person is coming forth to you, it's about to get real intense again. Because that's what this connection is about. That's what this connection is about. It's intense. But it's also a fresh start here. It's another chance for you guys to be. And I'm telling you, this time around, they're not about to mess up. They are so happy that they got another chance to be here with you. Oh, child, they ain't finna mess that up. They don't even know what to do with themselves. Okay? Now that they back in your good graces, now that they get the chance to kiss you and touch you.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? I'm about to make a name for myself here.
But it's a part of you that's still holding out. It's a part of you that's still feeling like, I don't know if I could trust this. You still holding on to all the hurt and all the disappointment and all of the grief from the past. So even though this person is showing you with their actions and their behaviors, you kind of just like, ooh, I really don't know about this. I don't know, girl.
You seem like the type of woman who still falls and can get as stupid as the rest of us girls. Do you think I'm gullible? I think that you can be. Well, with the right, yeah, no, not doing. You get stupid. I'm not going to be stupid.
Okay? You over here just like, I can't trust it. So now this is going to challenge you, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, to figure out how can you possibly overcome your own trauma wounds of distrust? Because you keep looking back at how you was just so unhappy before, how you was so hurt before, how you were so disappointed with how things turned out. And again, you are entitled to your feelings. Your feelings are very much so valid. Very much so valid. But what I'm telling you is, you have no reason to feel like that now. You are here now. This is what today has for you now. Love is at your door, knocking. And you at home trying to play like you ain't even there. So are now you becoming an impediment to your own growth? Are you becoming a blocker because you don't want to heal and get over past traumas? Are you stifling your own growth? So my question to you is, what step can you take today to become the most empowered, authentic version of yourself? Because what are you so afraid of? I get that nobody wants to be hurt. I get that. But who said they was going to hurt you? What if they love you this time? You scared of failure. Well, what if it worked this time? What if they truly learned their lessons that they needed to learn while they was out living their life sowing in their own royal oats? What if now they ready to treat you like the Queen of Zamunda? I'm just saying. What if? You keep talking about, what if? What if? And I'm saying to you, what if? What if? What if it pays off this time? What if this time, this person said, I don't want it to be a next time? What if this time this person said, I don't want to go another day, another minute, another second without you? What if? You still gonna be scared or you gonna be happy? Yeah. But you never know. You miss 100% of shots that you don't take. So when are you gonna move out of this state of being on the defense to working collaboratively? I mean, it sounds crazy. It sounds absurd. You never thought that you would see this coming. Nobody could have ever told you that this person was going to come back. You over here looking at your friend like they drunk at brunch. But I'm telling you, you'd be surprised if you check your voicemail for once and look at them blocked, deleted messages.
You have one unheard message. First unheard message sent yesterday at 7:15 p.m. And the message to this message, press 7 to message deleted. First switched message sent Tuesday, April 8 at 10. Message deleted. Next message sent to message deleted. Next message.
I'm just saying. Check your voicemail. You never know what messages they left for you. You don't know what communication they've been trying to get through. And once you start looking, see, now y'all gonna go start looking. Let me go see. I ain't say do it right now. But you're going to be surprised because one day you're going to be minding your own business. You're going to forget that I said this. And next thing you know, it's going to pop up in your thing. You're going to get that notification. And then you're going to be like, what the hell? Oh my God. Oh, yeah. I'm telling you now. All right, I'm telling you now. So if y'all ready to find out how this story ends, I need you to find those paper pens and notebook emojis because, baby, it is time for us to get into this, okay? It is time for us to get into this. Listen, something's shifting. Something's changing. Things are not the same. Things are not the same with this person. And I know you ain't gonna believe it. You're gonna be over here looking like, you over here right now looking at me like I'm crazy.
You sound insane. Do you realize that? You should be medicated.
But I am telling you, baby, it is time for you to get ready. It's about to hit the fan. It's about to explode. And woo, baby. This person definitely wants you back. It is Tales from the Crypt. That's what I'm going to name this reading. Tales from the Crypt. Because, baby, this person is coming back from the dead. And you ain't ready for it. All right, so when we talk about potential final outcome, all I could do is say potential because I can't predict free will. All I could do is tell you what the energy says. Now, don't you take this information and go reaching out to them. Don't go do none of that because ain't nobody tell you to do none of that. Okay? Let this person, look at y'all. Y'all already over here now. Ain't nobody said none of that. Okay? Ain't nobody said none of that. Let this person come to you.
I said what I said.
Okay? Let them come to you. Okay? Don't go messing up, trying to take control of the narrative. Let this person come to you. Now, don't go putting spells on them. Don't go putting roots on them. Do not try to override their free will to come towards you. Listen. They are tired of this. You tired of it. They tired of it. Okay? They are tired of this being the way that this has ended. They recognize that they have stabbed you in the back. They are tired. They want to move away from the way things used to be and start a brand new foundation with you. They are admitting that they were wrong. They want to move so far away from that. And I'm telling you, they are trying to prove to you that they are ready, they're willing, and they're capable.
I'm not afraid to say it.
Okay? Now, also, they're also not worried. These two cards fell out. I'm going to read this to you, but I'm not going to take it. I'm going to pull another card. They're also not worried about what other people are going to say. They're not worried about how other people are going to perceive this connection. They are very clear about what they want. They don't have any third parties all in their eyes trying to tell them, in their ears and all in their face. They are clear. They have cleared their slate. They have been working on cleaning up their energy space. They don't have no inappropriate relationships coming around. They are very clear about what they want.
I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is.
And this is where justice is on your side. The truth is here. They're finally open up their doors. They're finally open up their hearts. Now you're going to really get a chance to see. If you could measure their heart against the feather, which one is lighter? And you will see that it's actually their heart this time. They're actually being genuine. They're actually being authentic. They're actually being honest and sincere. They really want this connection with you. And I know that it is so hard for you to believe it. Because in the beginning, their love life was not the priority. But they had to take some time to see that the person that they wanted was really you. And I know you over here like, girl, I don't know what you're talking about. But the person that's coming before you is not the same as the person that was before you then. That's why you got to move away from it.
To say it, I hope I don't sound ridiculous. I don't know who this man is. I mean, he could be walking down the street. I wouldn't know a thing. Sorry to this man.
And you wouldn't know him. You wouldn't know him. They over here talking to you on the phone, trying to get you to understand. And you just over here looking like, hello? Like, who is this? You got the right number? But it's real. It's real. The question is, would you believe it? Do you believe it? It's real. You over here putting them on hold, calling your mama and them, your cousin and them. And don't go getting on the phone, running your mouth, calling everybody and telling them everything all at once. Because everybody that's in your circle ain't going to be happy for you. They ain't going to be happy for you. Because see, whereas you're going to be in a space to practice forgiveness, they're not going to forget. They remember what that person did to you. They apologizing to you. They're not apologizing to everybody else. So don't go running your mouth, bumping your gums on the telephone while you sitting on the toilet, avoiding work. Let that man apologize to you and keep it moving.
I want to apologize.
This is where you're going to be opening up your heart. They're going to be willing to prove to you. They are absolutely going to be able to appeal to you. They are going to be opening up their heart and petitioning to you. They are so serious about this, y'all. Y'all don't believe me, but this person is very serious about this. They're very serious about this, and they're very serious about you. And when I tell you, they're going to hold you close to their heart. They're not going to allow you to have way for any doubt, any confusion, any ambiguity. This person is clear about what they want from you. And baby, they're not playing about you. They are not playing about you. So for all them other dudes that you got on your phone right now, that's over here playing, I'm telling you now, you might as well just get them on off the phone right now, because this man ain't even gonna play that. Again, they ain't worried about it. They know what they got. They know what they got. They ain't worried about when nobody say, okay, well, you don't feel comfortable and confident. Cool. I ain't got nothing to prove to you, but this my girl. Okay? This my girl. This my person. This my rock. This my wife. You understand? That's the energy that they are coming in. That's the energy that they are coming in. And I'm telling you, it's going to catch you off guard. You thought this situation was dead. You thought this person was dead. You done let it go. You done surrendered. Like I said, if you missed the beginning of the reading, I know we've been here for 2 hours. Go back and watch the playback on YouTube. You surrendered. You let go. You let God. Sorry about that, y'all. Thankfully, it wasn't nothing in there, because that would have been real ugly. All right. You surrendered. You walked away. Thought it was dead. Thought it was over with. 2 hands to heaven. But I'm over here telling you, baby. I am over here telling you, baby. This time did something to him. Spirit, what messages do you have for these Aries, Leo, Sagittarius dealing with this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn? What messages do you have, angels? Told you. Honeymoon. Okay? Honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of this holiday time together. I'm telling y'all, this person is coming back. And it's going to be so blissful. Remember when I read the lyrics to the song and she said, bliss, please? You can't do nothing but envy. Remember what she said? Your love flows through me like water. Where did it go? They can't do nothing but envy. Bliss, please. Your love run through me like water. Pull my fit over these hips. You know. Wherever you want to go, that's fine with me. I'll never stop you. You'll never stop me from being whatever we need to be in. In these dark times, I'm so glad that this love is blinded, because all I can see is the best of you, and all I can see is the best of me, and you bring out the best of me, and all I see in everything is your goals, your glow, your being, and our bigger meaning. Child, if somebody ain't over here in love, I don't know who is. But you still over here doubting it. You still over here doubting it. And I'm telling you, clear as day. What's the day? Clear as Thursday. This person had a change of heart. This person had a change of heart, honey. Ooh, Chad, I'm so glad we ain't talking about me. Because I sure saw my ex-boyfriend. And I know he seen me and I seen him. And I was like, I know you going to be here. You know I'm going to be here. But I'm going to ignore the hell out of you. Romeo and Juliet, what words of advice do you have for us? What words of advice do you have for Aries, Leo, Sagittarius dealing with this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn? Kiss. The sublimation of love, eternal loyalty, a noble sacrifice. Baby, you gonna know. You gonna know. Now, what's funny is before I asked Romeo and Juliet, this is why I looked. Before I asked the question, that's why I started to shuffle. But I was already about to pull this card. Guess what card came out, y'all? Romeo. See, y'all think I'm over here lying. Y'all think I'm over here playing. I had to read it because I was like, I didn't ask the question, so I don't want to pull the card. But baby, this card says Romeo, idealistic lover, passion, rashness, quickly changing moods. Y'all don't believe me? Y'all think I'm over here just talking crazy. I'm telling you, this person is coming back in your life and you still over here talking about
a bullshit, a bullshit, a bullshit, a bullshit.
Baby, I'm telling you, I've been hearing this song for the last 24 hours. I've been up since 1 o'clock this morning with this song playing in my ear. Okay? I'm trying to tell you. If you don't believe me, watch what I'm telling you. We're going to look at timing here in a second. Y'all sitting over here, y'all thinking I'm over here just being entertaining. I'm trying to tell you. You got somebody from your past coming back and they are serious about you. Something powerful happens when you release, when you surrender, when you let go and you let God. Things start happening. Things start happening.
You've got mail.
I have abandonment issues. I grew up in a single parent household and I had a rough childhood. So this person probably did not want to come into this connection because of their past issues, right? Remember, I told you they were not in a predicament before to be ready to be here for you. Now they are. Look, and let me tell you right now, y'all ain't gonna be ready to hear this, but what did I tell you? This person, I said they probably got phony accounts and everything else. Remember I said that to y'all? Well, guess what? Let me tell y'all this right now, okay? Stalker alert. I check up on you often. So they've been keeping their eye on you anyway this whole time anyhow. But y'all was sitting over here acting like I was just making up stuff when I said that earlier. Baby, they've been watching you. And they've been planning. And they've been plotting. And they've been watching. And I'm telling you, they've been sitting up here. They've been. First of all, do you know who we talking about? We're talking about earth signs. They don't do nothing impulsively. Okay? They don't do nothing impulsively. They create phony accounts. Let me tell you, earth signs can be very compulsive. Most of them deal with OCD anyway. What you think that means? They are watching you. They're stalking you because they already deal with distrust anyway. They got 29,000 accounts that they are watching you from. And they're just planning their strike. Now here they come. And you over here still in disbelief. When I am telling you, they ain't changing their mind. They ain't backing down, baby. They here to stay. What's their confession? Let go of fear. We talked about this. I have no fear of making mistakes. Nothing you do or say. Well, let me change this voice. I have no fear of making mistakes. Nothing you do or say will make me stop loving you. There are no mistakes on this journey, only soul lessons. Everything happens for a reason. It is safe to be vulnerable with me. They want you to know. They want you to know. They want you to know, baby, you can open up your heart. You can trust them. They realize they dropped the ball before, and they telling you right now that they ain't gonna do that mess again. They done learned their lesson, baby. They don't like it.
Hold up.
They don't like the way it feels to be without you. All right? Now, what are some thoughts that this earth sign has towards this fire sign? What are some thoughts that this earth sign has towards this fire sign? I know I messed up. I'm sorry. Didn't I just say that? I know I messed up. I'm sorry. I told y'all that's what that person said. What are some thoughts that this fire sign may have towards this earth sign if they're being honest? I'm not in the mood. I'm telling y'all, y'all do not expect for this person to come back to talk to them. You are done for this person. Done, done, done. You over here like, yeah, I'm good.
I don't like you. I don't like you at all.
But what I am trying to tell you is, you better get to liking them because they ain't going away. They going to be very intentional about how they coming forward. Baby, they are seeking you out. Do you hear me? They don't care how they got to get there, where they got to go, whatever. They don't care. Last card. What are the hidden love oracles? My love for you grows with each passing moment, deeper and stronger. I'm telling you. Absence made the heart grow fonder. I'm telling you, this is Tales from the Crypt. You thought this situation was dead. You thought it was dead. You thought it was over. Baby, you could cancel Christmas because here they come.
How you doing?
So I'm going to say this. As I get out this business and close this out. Is this the outcome that you was expecting for? And now that you know this, what you going to do when they come back? You going to entertain them? You going to listen? You going to let them woo you with romance and all of that stuff? They going to bring this back to you? You going to take it? What you going to do? All right? So I want to thank you so much for tuning in to the Pisces Tarot Experience. If you enjoyed this reading, don't forget to subscribe and become a part of my growing community. You can always find me on YouTube at Mimi Lightseer and keep an eye out for even more engaging content coming your way. Remember, this reading is here whenever you need a little bit of guidance. So feel free to save it and replay it at any time. I love to hear from you and your thoughts. So drop a comment in the section below. Let me know what resonated with you and let me know what didn't if it means something to you. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's session, okay? Show me some love and give me a thumbs up, all right? Let me know. If you would like to do a personal reading with me, I am booking currently at PiSeasTarot.com, so please don't hesitate to reach out. Please remember, I would never reach out to you to do a reading. It's some scammers out there. They are fake, phony, and frauds, okay? It is not me. I would never reach out to you, but you can reach out to me, okay? If that's something of interest. A huge thank you to everybody who joined the conversation today and a warm welcome to all of my new subscribers. Thank you to all the people who not only gifted me with your time, your talent, but your treasure. Okay, I definitely appreciate it. Thank you so much for letting me in your business when I can't sleep. I really do appreciate that. Remember, y'all, everybody is fighting a battle that you cannot see. So be kind, be patient, and gentle with others and yourself. How people treat you is not your business, but how you respond is. So make sure that you leave a little bit of love everywhere you go today, and I will see you next time. Bye.